In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a rear window regulator on a Honda CR-V, which is located behind the rear door panel. Here you have your inside door panel that needs to be removed. You have a panel up here. You can just take a panel removing tool, pull straight out towards you. Put that off to the side. Then you have a Phillips screw that's underneath this little panel right here. Next you have a panel right here that pops straight out towards you. Has two Phillips screws. You need to remove those. And after you remove those two screws, this panel needs to pop out straight towards you. Take your plastic tool, stick it behind there. You can take this. This will pop it straight out. And it goes all the way around to the other side. Lift up and out. Behind here where the two cables hook onto your door panel, you have to remove those. There's a white clip. Grab a regular screwdriver and pull outwards. Like that, so it slides. Take your cable out. And then it comes out of its holder over there. Same thing on the bottom. It's a black clip. Swing that out. Swing the cable down. Swing that over. Now you have your wires for your power window switch. There's a button on the side of it here that you can push down and then pull outwards. You need to remove this bracket. Pop this wiring straight up and out. Two Phillips screws. You need to remove those. Pull the bracket straight out. You have your wiring connector here, just pop straight out. You have your plug, push the tab in and pull straight out. Take your weatherproof barrier off. Put that off to the side. Instead of taking the door panel over to the door now and trying to plug your power window switch in because you do have to lower the window, you can pop this panel off. That way you can just bring this piece over to the window, and it just makes it a lot easier. So if you take your tool, lift up and straight out, now you have your power window switch. Now I'm back over to the door panel. Here's your switch. You can just plug your switch in, put your key on in the on position, roll your window down. If you look through here, you're going to have two 10mm bolts. That holds your window to your window regulator. You need to remove those. I have a wedge. And what you're going to try to do is you're going to take those two 10mm bolts out, pull the window up manually, then you can put your wedge here, and that will hold your window up like this. Pull your window up manually. Get it all the way to the top. Put your wedge in here, and that'll hold your window. Now, if you don't have this wedge, you can just take regular tape, lay it over, tape that, and that will hold your window up. Over, like that. Once we have the window secure, you have one 10mm nut and three 10mm bolts that hold this regulator onto the door itself. You also have one wire clip you need to push through. So we'll start here at the top. Push a wire clip through. Push the tab in, push the other tab in, push through. Slide the window regulator over to the side because there is a locking piece here, piece of plastic. Push it off to the side, pull straight down. Push this tab down, push in. Here's your connector here for your window motor. You want to push that down, pull away. This is your old regulator. This is your new one. You need to remove your motor to install it onto your new regulator, and it's held in by 3 8mm bolts. You need to remove those. Pull your motor off. You have a star here and the same thing here. You want to just match those up as good as you can. Also aligning these 3 holes for your bolts. That. Then you can tighten those down. Make sure the motor's sitting nice and flush. Your cable hasn't popped off anything. Let's get ready to install it in the door. Take your window regulator, slide it into the door. Your top bolt in. Before you put your 3 bolts in here for your bottom part of your regulator, you want to run your wires behind that, and there's a clip that pops through this little hole here. Make sure that's locked in. Now you can mount the bottom of your regulator. Give those a snug. Take your connector, connect it to the harness, wait for that click. Took it off to the side. Gonna put your clips back in here. Yeah. Now it's time to lower the window, but before you do that, you have to make sure your new regulator bolt holes are set up with these holes here. So you want to push it down, make sure those are lined up. Take your tape off. Take your wedge out. Hold on to your window so it doesn't come down fast. Slide those down. Now you're all set up for your bolts. Everything matches up. Always start those by hand. Tighten those down. Make sure your window goes up and down. Unplug your window switch. Take your weather barrier. Slide your plugs through. Install it back onto the door. Take your bracket, install your 2 Phillips screws. Install your wiring clips. Plug your latch back in. Now it's time to install your window switch panel back onto your door panel itself. You have a little tab here, you stick that in first. All you want to do is these holes here, you want to line up with all these here. So put that in first, push straight down, clip it in. Now you can put your door panel back on your door. Now it's time to put your cables in. Bottom cable in first, loop it in. Put it in its holder, swing this over, clip that in. Same thing for the top, put it in its holder, clip it in, swing that white piece around, clip that in. Now it's time for your connector for your window switch. Make sure you hear that click. Install it onto the top of the door first, push down. Push forward for all those clips. You have 3 screws, 2 that match that have this shoulder on it. Those 2 go to here. This one goes down there. Cover back on. Push down. Take your 2 screws that have that shoulder piece. Those into your handle. Cover back on. And then last you have this cover right here. There's a little tab right here. Goes into the hole.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.